stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my devil, but I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mind's ain't really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mass whole place, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too on. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my devil, but I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mind's ain't really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and it away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my devil, but I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mind's ain't really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest, till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck, progress to a god from a god mess. Hopeless, more tests, more blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest, I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera, but I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. I'm full of stage, trying to find my brain. I see sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame, I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. I'm stuck inside this prison, inside this cave, it's taking over, I'm a slave for you.
All right, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure to have you live and in charge for the regular racing that we get out here and have a ton of fun calling. Good to see you all out there once again. I hope we've continued to bring everybody over. Countdown to Green, presented by Lunatic Designs, as the racing gets back underway. As we just finished up probably one of the coolest things that we were able to do, which is the Ballistic race number 2, the fundraiser race. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to everybody who tuned into that and showed up for it. I can't thank you enough for the impact that you make on my wife's life and in my life, and we appreciate it. But wait, we're going to be here, sim500.com, championship race here for the Midnight Thunder Series, right here live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We got Facebook working, we got YouTube working, we got Twitch working. Everybody should be working just fine now. So we love to see it. We love to. Oh my goodness, Wesley, sir, hold on. I got a driver cam tonight that I got to put in because I had to come over here a little bit late. But Wesley Donaldson in his. I'm gonna laugh hysterically for many times. We'll show you guys here. We'll show you folks here in a moment. If you haven't done so, reach up, hit that like button for me. It goes a long way to support what we do. Thank you to everybody out there who keeps tuning in each and every week to what we do here. Sim500.com to be a part of the next Midnight Thunder Series on Friday nights. If they do have one, I look forward to seeing what's going to happen with it, where it's going to be presented, and kind of what's going to be the mindset here. This race is coming out of the wire. 11 points separate two drivers for the championship. Chad Coleman and Wesley Donaldson. Those are the two you're going to keep your eyes on here with the way the field is working out tonight. It's going to be insane. Here it is. Week 8, the championship. Next Gen Cup car. 40 laps, no fast repair. 3 sets of tires, 2 attempts at a green white checker. Track temperature 114 degrees. 78 degrees on the air temperature. And I'm telling you, it is an absolute killer time to be alive for the Midnight Thunder Series. 45% humidity, partly cloudy skies, a 2-mile-an-hour wind. You're going to shake it up, shake it up. It's going to be insane. So these drivers are out here qualifying. They're going to take a couple of laps and do what they got to do. You see a lot of drivers cut the bottom of the apron there. That gives them a fine, fast lap time. Tyler Dalton, Wesley Donaldson, both drivers putting 30.07s or 3.07s out there, 53.07s, 53.08 for Wesley Donaldson. We'll have to see how it goes. Chad Coleman looking money fine tonight as that driver puts down the 4th fastest lap right here. Top 4 separated by 4/100ths of a second. It's insane. Top 5 separated by 6/100ths of a second. It's crazy. Tyler Dalton out there. Good to see you all out there. I hope you all are wonderful, 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 wonderful. Because, well, let's face it, it is that time of night. It is that time of night where everything is awesome. I'm going to put on some music real quick while they warm up. I'm going to grab a drink because I just got a little emotional with everybody. And I want to thank you all very much for all the support you guys have. So I'll be right back. All right, as it would be, as it would see. How's everybody doing? We had a good little set of circumstances to be had. These next-gen Cup cars are fun to watch on iRacing. Probably, in my opinion, at the Superspeedways, they're a little bit more fun on the Superspeedways to watch in iRacing than what we see in the actual NASCAR Cup Series. It's just fun to drive. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, it's just a different race. It's a different race line. It's a different look. It's just everything that you could ask for. Incredible when it comes to just how much you can push in. So, to all of our friends and family and, other folks out there just across the board, if you have been on my platform, or if you're around my platform, or if you're just any kind of person that is being impacted by what has been going on the southeastern portion of the United States when it comes to the weather and the hurricanes, the two massive hurricanes that just pummeled Florida and North Carolina, South Carolina, just basically everything that is going on down there. My thoughts and prayers with every one of you. You know, I want to make sure that you all know that we're here for you. Roberts, thank you for the like, sir. Appreciate you. Superspeedways ready to go. Greg Hammond, fastest lap here in practice as they warm up, 51.99. Thank you to sim500.com. Thank you to all the fine folks that continue to put into the time and energy to make what we do that much better. And of course, and always, thank you to all of the partners that we have been able to accrue over the course of many years, and continue to enjoy what we do. And the reason why I continue to enjoy what we do is because I get to enjoy it with you folks. So thank you so much to everybody for being just fantastic. All right. Excuse me. I have cleared my throat there. Starting grid. Let's do it. Starting grid presented by Sim500. Make sure you go to sim500.com if you want to be a part of all of this. Tyler Dalton is going to be your pole sitter. Wesley Donaldson, your outside pole sitter. Jeff Ryan, Shannon Wood are going to make up row number 2. Chad Coleman, Doy Woods are going to make up row number 3. Jason Wychowski is going to be is going to be out there row number 4. Kenny Taylor to his outside. Jerry Bergeron, Greg Hammond are going to make up row number 5. Row 6, Mark Jorgensen Jr. We'll have David Comstock there as well. Row 7, it's going to be EJ O'Rourke, Hamish Gallagher, and then Brian Wortman, Gerald Livingston. Some of the familiar names we see in the Sim 500 series. Good to see you all out there. How about it? We start putting down some fast laps. Now, we have 16 drivers in today's race. Here's kind of the tail of the tape of what we need to see. Wesley Donaldson, this driver right here, needs to finish. He needs to either win the race and have, excuse me, man, oh man, long day of calling races. Needs to win the race and have Chad Coleman finish in 8th or less, or Chad Coleman just needs to have a decent night and just finish ahead of Wesley Donaldson. He'll be fine. So if Chad Coleman has a top 10 night and leads a lap, or leads the most laps, he's going to be fine. So Wesley Donaldson is the guy that needs to do the most work here. Needs to lead, needs to do what he can, needs to push as hard as he can, because it's crazy to see. So, bit rate might be a little bit low. I don't know, Budgie. Let me look. Let me check on some CPU. You might have. I don't know. I did not restart the computer. I normally restart the computer in between all of this. So hopefully everything's working fine. The cat is meowing. He's meow-tastic out there. Here, let's do a little increase on the... I don't want to have any lag. That's the one thing we do. So Wesley Donaldson needs to do the most work. And the drivers are ready to go. That's the way it is. Thank you to everybody for being out there on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We should be good to go. Stream resolution too high. I should be using a stream resolution of 1920 by 1080. I am using a stream resolution of 1920 by 1080. I think that OBS is doing something funky. No, we're gonna live with it. It's bad. We're gonna have to live with it here. Oh, it is. It is. Well, it just jumped for a second there. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. I'm seeing it on the dashboard. It looks fine right now. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right, drivers are ready. I'm ready. We'll do what we can here, folks. If you notice any lag out there, apologies. The Northern Lights are going on right now, and there's a lot to be said. We're ready. I'm ready. Donaldson, Coleman, mano a mano, 11 points separate the two drivers. Tyler Dalton, ready to go. Green flag. 40 laps. Thank you, Roger, for the like, sir. Much love to you. Wesley Donaldson out front. Big shove from Doy Wood. As the O2 goes to work. Let's go from the Budgie Bird. I will keep my eye on it, Budgie, though. Thank you very much. Donaldson, Wood, Dalton's going to be your top three. Tyler Dalton back here. Chad Coleman to the 38, trying to roll the bottom side. We're going to be patient here. When it comes to fuel and the fuel window, things should be good. Should be good. We'll see. The opportunity can only present itself when it does. A lot can happen. Donaldson, Doy Wood, Chad Coleman sitting in fifth. We'll see the outside lane try to gather here. Oop, 3 wide, back to 2. Big jump out there for the 09. Kenny Taylor, we'll see the 1 right there with him. Bergeron, 25.78 on the iRacing, pushing big, boogity, boogity, boogity from Bruce Bragg. Good to see you out there, sir. Much love to you. Wyshowski's going to, Wyshowski, man, I can speak. Wyshowski's going to be up 2 here as the 2 jumps in front of the 1. We'll see 2 by 2 here as we go 3 of 40. Superspeedway Series, this Talladega set has been 8 races of straight up racing. That's all it's been. E.J. O'Rourke, 49.09. Right now, 49.48 for Wesley Donaldson, your race leader. 3 will go to the outside. So 3, 2, 1 on the outside lane. Jeff Ryan trying to go out there and put himself in a good contention here. We'll see the 2. The big shove. Big shove. Second lane can't be the fastest lane here. Controlling the lanes are going to be the most important factor here. Can they do it? Tyler Dalton to the inside. We'll see the 0-2. Doy Wood trying to get to the back bumper. Wesley Donaldson. (91.02). Jeff Ryan, Tyler Dalton. Chad Coleman still solid right now. Drivers settled in. Little separation. You see a lot of drivers down trying to side draft, pull the air back from a few drivers. Chad Coleman floating with 5th and 6th. We'll see the 2 to the back bumper again of Jeff Ryan here, the Mello Yellow machine. Driving the Chevy. Toyota out front of Wesley Donaldson, Chad Coleman in a Toyota as well. The WBD Diecast teammates competing for a championship against each other here. As now the 3 Karam's the corner. Let's go on it, and we'll give them a little bit of love for the wall cams. One of the things about this racetrack is you're going to be able to make it on fuel. 40 laps is enough to be able to just do that. Wesley Donaldson can lead the most laps, or just needs to lead 21 laps. Will be tough. It'll be tough to do. But Chad Coleman, he can ride in 5th here and be just fine. The tiebreaker will go to Chad Coleman because he has the most wins out of the 2. And it'll be interesting. As the race leader, you know you're a sitting duck, but if you can manage some points, you can manage some time. That's what you got to see. Shannon Wood right behind. That's Doy Wood's back here in the 28. Sorry, I know that's Shannon Wood right there in the 0-2. Doy Wood's back here in the 28, and had 2 different. Had the names wrong. Used to seeing Woods, and only one, but Shannon Wood is your P2 right now, the 0-2. Biggest move of the race right now, 2 drivers. David Comstock in the 13. Jorgensen Jr. is up 2. Hamish Gallagher. He's, I do believe, from Australia. He's got the right star in the right spot. Is the 22 is up 4 as well. Brian Workman back here managing E.J. O'Rourke on the bottom side of the apron here. He's going to slide back up behind the 88 of Greg Hammond. The 088 of Mark Jorgensen Jr. Put a little Mountain Dew paint scheme on the bottom side. Good stop so far as everybody continues to work. 7 of 40. Charles, thank you for the like, sir. Much love to you. Thank you very much for all your help and all your support for Jess's stream. I want to thank you, and more importantly, for the success we were able to have with that and the great ideas that you were able to give me. Thank you very much, sir, for all the support you did. Folks, GoatRacingDiecast.com. You got to go get a part of his raffle. You can find it on Facebook. We also shared it on our Facebook page. It's I think it's $25 to hit it. He's got 4 spots available. If it's not filled up, I want you to go get it. Go give him some love. And go show that man just how much you love diecast, because let's face it, diecasts are what make this world go round when it comes to our NASCAR family and everything we do. Jeff Ryan behind the 19. The 09 of Kenny Taylor up high. 09 sees the 13-22. That 3-pack trying to work together. The 09 gives a little lift out of the corner. 13, David Comstock, 59-69 of the iRating. Ready to go. Let's go. Hold on to your butts from the Budgie Bird out there on Twitch. I appreciate you, dear. Thank you for all the help and all the success that you were able to give us, and I appreciate you very much, sir. Much love to you. Thank you for the like. Roger, thank you again. Chris, thank you very much again. Thank you to the Sim 500 crew. I know they're going to get out there. They're going to do themselves some justice, and they'll share all this stuff at the tail end of this one. We appreciate it. Thank you for the likes out there. Wesley Donaldson leads this one still as their single file. 9 laps complete this time by. They come around the front straightaway. This is one of my favorite cameras. They call it the TV follow cam when it comes to this camera pack. And it just shows you the runs that some of the drivers can get. Right now, single file is the way to go. Chad Coleman in 5th, right where he started. Doy Woods right behind him. Points will be updated at the end. We'll know who our champion will be, barring any kind of catastrophe. From any of the top 2, there's 16 drivers in the field. When it comes to the amount of laps that you need to lead and the amount of bonus points you're gonna need to put in, any one of these drivers that are in contention will be able to do so. Sim500.com. You can click on the Midnight Thunder Series. 13, big run on the 28. You see him utilize a little bit of that air too, way to the outside. Has the one with him. Brian Wertman is 50 points off. So really the battle is between Chad Coleman and Wesley Donaldson. But there are position points to be paid everywhere else. Three wide out of the corner. 13 trying to go. David Comstock 3 wide to the middle lane. You see the head of steam. The 2 backs out of the corner. He's going to have a huge run on the inside. 2 up near the wall. The 1 right there with him. Third lane for those 2 drivers. 1 drops all the way down behind Jorgensen. Big run for the 2. As we'll see, maybe a little bit of fuel saving here. We'll see how much fuel needs to be saved as the points will be tight. Wesley Donaldson leads this time by 11 laps complete. And nobody really challenging that outside lane just yet. Shannon Wood behind. Tyler Dalton in that 3rd spot. And Shannon's doing a great job of keeping the back of that Chevy right on the back bumper of Wesley Donaldson here. Little separation, so a little bit of fuel saving. Right now, the pace is off about 1.5 seconds. That's why you're seeing drivers up here on the outside lane get such runs, like David Comstock here in the 13. We'll have the 2 behind. David trying to work forward. The 0-2 doing what he can. 13 to the outside. Little duck, dodge, dive, dodge bomb momentum. So now the 19 will keep the 0-2 close. The inside lane organizes. You'll see it work. Comstock up on the high side. Does have Wyshowski right behind in the number 2 car. Again, the 22 of Gallagher. Hamish doing a pretty bang-up job right now as the 2 and the 13 doing what they can. Kenny Taylor in the 09 splitting the outside lane. Back straightaway. Busy, busy, busy. You see it look like more like a flying V almost like how ducks fly, trying to put the nose of the car where it needs to be. So now the 13 is going to roll. Gallagher now has the 02 to work with him. Kenny Taylor in the 09 car as Toy Woods to the inside, 22. Gallagher sees Kenny Taylor behind. Kenny Taylor now 3 wide. Kenny Taylor putting the Toyota in the right spot, trying to do what he can. We'll see what kind of run he gets here. We believe a little bit of fuel saving can go a long way for any one of these drivers. If you try to lead too many laps, well, there's an opportunity for any of that to happen. The 09 to the outside. Right now, Chad Coleman, when it comes to the playoff points, needs to finish better than 8th. Wesley Donaldson if Wesley Donaldson wins the race, well, Wesley Donaldson gets 3 bonus points. He gets a point for leading the most laps. So if leading a lap gets you a point, leading the most laps gets you a point. He needs 11, so 9th or better, even if Wesley Donaldson doesn't win the race. He's got to finish 9 positions ahead of Chad Coleman, depending on how this is going to work out for him. 15 of 40 being completed now. Drivers running single file, nice and easy. We'll keep it on exciting for you. Let this thing cycle itself around. As it cycles itself around, we'll thank Sim 500, WBD Diecast, NCA11.org, LaRue, Trans Service, and of course, go to racingdiecast.com for being a part of the Sim 500 family. 25 laps to go this next time by. As everybody goes to work, we'll see how this one fares out. As they do, it's time to hydrate, folks. If you haven't done so, make sure that you are drinking water when you need to. I'll be right back. Some great looking liveries out there. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch warrior coins out there on Twitch. Much love to you, Budgie. Thank you very much. Tyler Dalton takes over the lead as Wesley Donaldson back to save a little bit of fuel. 23 laps to go. We're seeing the move. Taylor Dalton. Dalton to the outside. The 88 of Greg Hammond behind him. Greg Hammond going to work with the 19. 19 drops in behind Wesley Donaldson. 88 up by himself. Again, we talk about saving. You can get so far ahead. Pace has picked back up a little bit. We haven't seen the 49-second laps, though, but we're about half-second faster than what we were before. So Jeff Ryan just ahead of the 91 here as an opportunity. And as they would present themselves, you got to find yourself leading the most laps. If you're going to lead the most laps, you might as well do it early when everybody is single file. The more lead changes we have, the more obvious it would be that you're going to need the most laps and need to lead the most laps here. Kenny Taylor out front, the 09. Utilize the saving model of the drivers on the inside lane to get up there and pass everybody. But what does that do for your fuel? One of the big concerns here. One of the biggest concerns. Out of the triangle, cross the start-finish line will be 21 laps to go. Kenny Taylor, Jeff Ryan, Wesley Donaldson, Tyler Dalton rolling. Checking in on Chad Coleman, still sitting back in 8th, has a little bit of work behind him. Gerald Livingston, 1.1 back as the 96 will pull the 22 into the 1 of the 74 together. They still have enough time and enough gap right here. They should be able to close back in that gap pretty easily here. Johnny says just cruise around until 2 laps to go and the race begins. I like it. That's what we do. That's why we just take our time. Anybody tries to get aggressive too early, I mean, it's kind of the way, kind of makes it pointless, right? Right now they got 20 to go this time by. Again, this is the championship race, and you kind of have to race this like it's your last lap. Now, Chad Coleman might go up here and try to lead some laps here, as Tyler Dalton will try to push the race line. 91, 19, 38 to the bottom side. Coleman needs to lead a lap here. That's going to be interesting. We'll see if he and the 91 will get together here and try to push each other. Tyler Dalton up on the outside lane is going to see Doy Woods. They're just shaking bacon with him on the outside. Doy in the 28 behind on the high side to the 88 of Jorgensen. The 088 of Jorgensen giving himself a good look. Good racing so far. You know, there's only 16 drivers in this final race. They had races where they had 15 drivers. They had races where they had 40. The first race that I called, they had 55 drivers in it, or 54 drivers in it for that first Superspeedway race that I called. It was insane. Actually, that was in the truck series, so I know that this league has it in them to have big fields. The late night Friday night's a little bit different story, but Tyler Dalton still leads. Jorgensen's going to be in third now as Doy Woods goes to work. Wesley Donaldson, Chad Coleman keeping it close. Coleman leads in the championship standings. If it were a live standing right now, you would see Chad Coleman with a 10-point advantage. I'm sorry, 9-point advantage with Wesley Donaldson leading laps and now currently so far with the most laps led. Tyler Dalton doing himself some justice. 18 to go as we cross the start-finish line. Brian Wertman into the backside of here as the 74 goes to work. See Bergeron off 6. Still pressing forward. Gallagher's going to be up back to where he started here as he and the 2 try to go together. A lot of separation from all these cars. They're going to have to close that back in if they want it. So they're going to have to burn a little fuel to keep themselves close to the big pack here. You want to race it out at the end. You don't want to be left with a 7/10 of a second or more gap between the driver in front of you. Gerald Livingston, 15:38 on the iRating, dropping in. He's going to be pushing back forward. He's going to have the 88 of Greg Hammond ahead of him. Good moves, good momentum. So far, so good. Comstock is going to be up 3. Jorgensen Jr. up 8. Jorgensen Jr. bumps on the. You see these cars bouncing around a little bit here. It's kind of one of those crazy things that you don't think the triangle just shows that much character, but these cars bounce around. That diffuser hits the bottom of the apron and just that goes all over the place. Back straightaway busy. 88, the 3 of Jeff Ryan moving up through the field. Trying to get back to third where he started. Wesley Donaldson, your outside pole sitter, still sees Chad Coleman in his rearview mirror. Not a big concern there. He did lead quite a few laps, so might be trying to save a little bit of fuel. You saw Chad Coleman have a big head of steam. You know he can car through the field if he needed to, but I think everybody's just trying to have enough plant and enough weight to make it work. Shannon Wood's going to be out 4 from the start of the race. Tom Comstock again up 3. EJ O'Rourke in that 21 up 3. First forward is going to be Doy Woods. Chevy out front, followed by another Chevy. And Kenny Taylor, first Toyota, is going to be in 4th in that 09. The 807 I-rated driver, surrounded by drivers that are double his I rating or if not more. 67.38 for Tyler Dalton. Doy Woods, 44.61. Jorgensen Jr., 6,029. Jeff Ryan, 17.24. Wesley Donaldson, 37.67. 47.18 for Chad Coleman. Shannon Woods, 16.19. Comstock, 59 giggity. And then 52.42 for EJ O'Rourke. That's what I say. Why this kind of racing is intrinsic because it does not matter what your I rating is. If you can hold a line, you can take a bump, and you can keep yourself planted and have a little bit of strategy, you'll be able to get yourself up front and be able to keep yourself there. Kenny Taylor in the 09 has been up there, and he's running. He worked himself to the front, legitimately led laps, and sits in fourth right behind a combined I rating total of just over 17,000. 15 laps to go, and as they would, as long as nobody makes any bumpity bump mistakes, this is how it's going to be. And as it would be, we'll see what these drivers do for a hot minute. Again, hydrating back again. Just love this kind of racing, and it's kind of a hurry up and wait situation. I'm just waiting for it to pick up. That's what we're waiting for. So as we wait for it to pick up, remind you to get out there and make sure that you go to sim500.com, find all of these people that are out here putting in the time and energy. Make sure you folks get out there and give everybody the absolute blessing that it is. And thank you to everybody that has come out in support of Signature Esports and what we do. Thank you so much. As we do, I want to make sure that I show the driver cam. The one and only Wesley Donaldson, running the Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cams, is got the furry hair. The 09 drops out. Chad Coleman goes out. And he's wearing the PepsiCo Jeff Gordon look. It's funny. I'm laughing very much on the inside. Right behind Jeff Ryan is the onboard of what he has going on here. If that's what he's wearing for Halloween, well, it's cracking me up. Cracking me up. How about them apples? The driver to the outside. Take a listen, folks. You can hear what these cars are doing. And you can hear who's going to be there, who's not going to be there. Greg Hammond in the 88 there to the outside. Wesley Donaldson trying to keep the car cool and low on the inside. He's barely, if you look at the RPMs, at about 8,000 RPMs right now, he is not, I would say he's probably three-quarter throttle. It's what it sounds like right now. Bounces it off the bottom of the apron. Don't do that, Wesley. Come on now. Come on, set up. You and your weird chest hair. Thank you, sir. Tyler Dalton, your race leader. He is full out. Jeff Ryan giving a little bit of a gap. They're back at it as they go. Brian Workman in the 74 on the high side pulls EJ O'Rourke. It's go time. 3 wide as the 13 of Comstock goes to the inside. Whoa. He was like a little skedaddle there. Comstock went side by side down to try to side draft. The car kind of broke free on him a little bit. It's now the 21. We'll see Comstock down to side draft here on the 19. Brian Workman, EJ O'Rourke go to the outside. There's the 88 of Greg Hammond. They'll work at second and third lane. 12 laps to go. The change is on. What can they do? The racing's getting biggie. Or getting busy. Not biggie, busy. Biggie, biggie, biggie. Can't you see? Yeah, that's not what I wanted to say, but it's what I did say. They're getting busy. That's what it is. 02 and the 88 together. There's a 13 there as well. Tyler Dalton in third. Save it a little bit. Doy Woods right behind him. Drivers dropping into place. And one thing you're seeing is you're seeing drivers just kind of hold their line. Not ready to go just yet. Brian Workman to lead here. Most laps led. Very close to being Tyler Dalton and Wesley Donaldson. So that'll be that's a bonus point you either want or you don't want. We'll see how it works. Chad Coleman to the back bumper to the 91. This race will have its own set of circumstances. We will talk to your champion no matter who it is. We'll also talk to your top 3 at the tail end of this race. We're 10 laps to go. It's about to pick up. Fastest laps of the race being run now. We hit it to the 48.94s. Hamish Gallagher just ran a 48.94 himself. The 22 fastest lap of the race last time by. Drivers are starting to pressure themselves now as Comstock runs the outside lane. Shannon Wood in tow. Drivers trying to work the third lane now. So we'll go 3 wide, 6 laps to go. Oh, somebody down to the bottom. EJ O'Rourke, Greg Hammond. The 19, Tyler Dalton sees the 88 to the inside. Tyler Dalton on the very bottom of the racetrack. Greg Hammond having an issue here. Let's take a look. It was right there. Greg Hammond again back on the track. We're going to go back to him in just a moment. I want to see kind of how this one played out. We go far chase for you here real quick. The 88 is Greg Hammond. Got pushed out of line. There were 3 and 4 wide there. The 88 went up. The 19 still had the bottom side of the racetrack. Maybe just didn't have it sit there. We'll go back to live conditions here. As Comstock, Shannon Wood, your race leader, 74, Brian Workman. Moving forward, Doy Woods up there as well. He goes to 5th. Wesley Donaldson in tow, trying to do what he can. Chad Coleman just needs to keep it close here. Jeff Ryan, Gerald Livingston, Wesley Donaldson now moving through the paces here, trying to get himself into the right position. 4 laps to go. At any point, the big one can happen. Due to the inside, Toy Woods there. Little wiggle out of the 2 there. It was Wyshowski here. Just put it down to the bottom. Wesley Donaldson behind EJ O'Rourke. EJ up to side draft. Here comes Wesley Donaldson there to push. 21 and 91. 21 drops in. Jorgensen on the bottom side of the 088. 21 with a big run. Here comes the 28 of Toy Woods. 22 there on the bottom as well. Wesley Donaldson needs a little bit of help. David Comstock, your race leader. Inside lane's going to look at 3 laps to go. Shannon Wood pushing the ever-loving snot out of 13. 13 gets a little high. Here goes the 28, Toy Woods. Momentum on the side of the 28. Now Wesley Donaldson has enough positions between he and Chad Coleman to win this. If he can finish right where he's at, he'll win this by proxy on the championship. Hamish had a little blink there. He's fine. 3 wide on the outside from 6th back. They settle back down. Brian Workman getting a big run. 2 laps to go. Chad Coleman. We'll see the 3 of Jeff Ryan and Gerald Livingston. They're right with him. Wesley Donaldson to the outside lane. 13 pushing the 28. Being very aggressive in the corner. And now here's the 1. The 13 of David Comstock trying to push the snot out of Toy Woods. Wesley Donaldson has the 1. Oh no, Wesley into the wall. Going to be taken out here. Up the racing surface, into the wall. Wesley Donaldson's day is over. Hit the wall hard. Oh, man. When you're connected like that, there's nothing you can do. Man, let's just back this up. Little chase view here. The 1 pushes the 91 here. 13 all over the 28. 1 good ball. The 13 is pushing Toy Woods up into Wesley Donaldson there. This is David Comstock here. I mean, pushed him so hard. He got him up the racetrack. I know Wesley Donaldson. Yeah. Toy Woods got freed up a little bit. There's a lot to be said. That was a hard hit. Thank you, Budgie, for the clip. That was insane. So Wesley Donaldson to pit road. Had to jump to pit road. Toy Woods had to jump to pit road as well. Jerry Bergeron's going to be a race leader. We're going to have our first attempt at a green-white checkered coming up. It is going to be unreal. How about it, Chad Coleman? By proxy. We'll see if anybody comes to pit road here. Maybe a little bit of fuel. It might not be a bad idea. If you're close on fuel, you might think you get another green-white checkered. Now's the opportunity. Drivers coming to pit road, and as they do, take a moment, recollect our thoughts here. Wesley Donaldson out very early here. Man, oh man. Drivers getting ready to get back to it as we get ready for the end of this one, the tail of the tape. Chad Coleman just needs to finish the race. The budgie copter was deployed. The clips were made. TikTok will have a new form. Man, oh man. What an end to the race. What an end to the season. What an end to everything that's been said. Everything that's been done. Wesley dropping the driver cam, which we understand completely. Boy, did he hit that wall hard. Boy, goodness. All right, everybody ready to go. The restart cometh. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. Restart zone coming up. 13, 21, 02, 1. 21 goes. 21 was your race leader on the inside. That's EJ O'Rourke. It's technically the 41 on the relative. Let's see why the paint wasn't updated, but it's all good. Oh, 02, big push. Shannon Wood to the back bumper. EJ O'Rourke holding on 3 wide on the outside. Bergeron. Comstock. Into the corner. Big push. One to the right side of the 13. Inside lane prevailing here. As now we'll go to the outside. There goes the 19 of Tyler Dalton. O'Rourke up high. 13 pulled down. Ben, they're going to be doing a new season soon, I do believe. White flag way his final lap here. As 3 wide as they go. EJ O'Rourke on the bottom side. David Comstock. Tyler Dalton. Chad Coleman up on the high side with Tyler Dalton. Back straightaway rolling. Time to go from the Chrome Toaster. There's Dennis Daly out there. 19, 38, third lane. Somebody trying to go into the middle. Not quite clear, but they're clear enough. 38 to the back bumper to the 19. Commitment is real from the 2 on the outside. Down the side draft for the 19. Out of the corner. Chad Coleman with a big push here. Into the tri-oval. Shannon Wood up to block the 19. In the middle. Oh, that was a close finish. Tyler Dalton wins. Tyler Dalton got the win. He snuck it by. Shannon Wood second. Chad Coleman third. As Chad Coleman put it right in the middle there. And Chad Coleman will be your champion. Tyler Dalton with a win on the last race of the season. The Superspeedway Series comes to a close. Here on Friday nights. An opportunity for everybody. What a finish. As Johnny says out there, what a finish. The 19 is going to burn it down. We'll take a look at your official race results here in just a moment. Here's a look at that again. This is on board Tyler Dalton. 02 up to block 19. Good move there. But as they come around here, look at where Chad Coleman goes. There's a gap in the middle. And just barely does Chad Coleman, just barely loses that one. Let me back it up one more time. I could probably get this right. Hold on. Tyler Dalton to hit the start-finish line right there. Well, it's close enough. The 02 and Shannon Wood, 3/100ths of a second separate those drivers for the finish of the race. Here's your race results as the 19 celebrates. Tyler Dalton gets the victory here. And then by 3/100ths of a second, basically over Shannon Wood and Chad Coleman. 1/1000th of a second for second. as Chad Coleman comes home third, but does win your Midnight Thunder Series championship for the Talladega version of this one. Mark Jorgensen Jr., David Comstock, your top 5. E.J. O'Rourke, Wyshowski is going to be there in 7th. Jeff Ryan, Bergeron, Kenny Taylor, your top 10. Gallagher, Livingston, Wortman, Doy Woods, Wesley Donaldson, Greg Hammond, the final drivers there. Wesley Donaldson had an opportunity, led some laps, knocked it out of the park. What a finish it was. And Chad Coleman will be the champion of this series, and pretty darn good finish to the end of this one. Absolutely a blast to watch. If you've enjoyed yourselves, and I encourage you to definitely go to sim500.com and make sure you give them some love and join in their next series. Tyler Dalton's going to be your victor here tonight after some good pushes from Chad Coleman. Split it there at the end, 3 wide. What a race that was.
Yeah, happy to get the win. Hate it for Wesley. He was in the spot he needed there. After that checkup, I have to go back and look at it. I'm still not sure what happened with me in the 88. Felt like maybe just a little bit of a checkup in front of us, and he left the bottom open, and I stuck my nose there, but didn't want to go below the yellow line, so it sort of hooked him. But yeah, at the end, just got a really good push there from Chad, and then I saw Shannon and Mark coming. I knew I had to get down on their door to try to break them up a little bit. And got down on the door to side draft a bit, and then was able to get right on Mark's right rear to pull him off of Shannon to get the run I needed to come back to the checkered.
I saw Shannon move up, and you were, that's that momentum that you need. Somebody comes up to block, it's going to try to slow you down. You were able to just kind of dice it out and ran high enough there to put a 3 wide finish. That was not the closest finish, but it was. We've seen a lot of 3 wide close finishes that don't end in wrecks in this series throughout this 8-week run at Talladega. What is it like when you win the last race of the season, but also you get the chance to put the next gen car where it needs to be?
Yeah, I was after how bad our race went Monday, we were in this same car at the same track. Nice to come out here and get a good run. Sure, the first part of the race was a little boring. Everybody was saving fuel, was right on the number. I know at one point we were like leading, but we were like 4 seconds off pace. So you just like real NASCAR, but no one really wanted to lead. But it felt good to come out here and get a win just by making a pass there versus my only other win this season was a fuel mileage race. So felt good to get another win. Maybe I'd have had something for the championship if I'd have ran all the races, but didn't commit to the full season, but still had fun when I did. So,
you know what? It was a good finish. It was a good end. It was a good, good little 8-week season. I know that we get people out there asking. Ben Simmerford was asking if you guys are going to do it again or if you're recruiting for it. And I told him sim500.com for it when you guys are ready or available for it or whatever you guys are going to do next with it. It's going to be interesting to see kind of how that plays out and see what you guys do next. This was fun, man. This kind of racing at late in the evening just get out there and just kind of bolster up and make it fun.
yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun. You always want to have bigger fields than we've had. Unfortunately, this is the time of year. It seems like every year, weather's starting to cool down a little bit. Really nice outside. People like to spend more time outdoors, and I hate to say it, but everybody in this league is getting a little bit older, so these late night races and people don't always not too keen to stay up that late. So we're thinking about some things for when we bring the series back. Probably gonna take a little short break from it while we do some brainstorming. Gotta get the numbers back up, but we've definitely shown you don't have to have a huge field to have a lot of fun.
That's what's important. 16 drivers today put on a show, and there was still drama no matter how you look at it. So a blast to watch. Tyler, always a pleasure to be able to talk to you guys. And what a way to cap off this Midnight Thunder series for the championship, man. Give shout-outs.
Yeah, just congrats to Chad for the championship. Congrats to Wesley for a good season. Man, I wish he'd have got it there at the end, but thank you for putting on the broadcast. Thanks to Trans-Service and NT811, SE811, and hope to see you next Wednesday.
Oh, it's gonna be a good time. Truck Series is absolutely a blast. It's I'm really enjoying the Truck Series. It's gonna be fun to watch the rest of it. Tyler, I will see you next time, man.
Thank you.
Dalton comes home, your victor. Shannon Wood's going to come home P2. I get to thank you personally for the like because that's a lot better than I could have just said it. But it was like, I'm going to talk to you next anyway. So might as well get the chance to say thank you for the like out there on Facebook. Man, what a race you had. That 02 was right there in the mix. You were pushing the leader for the longest time. I know everybody was trying to save a little bit of fuel. Walk me through your race. What a race it was.
Yeah, it was a real good race. We tried to save fuel out on the start and just kind of push everybody around a little bit and lay back. But yeah, I got kind of shuffled back there about, I don't know, it was about 10 or 15 to go there, and I thought, dang man, I done messed up here. But somehow or another, I kept getting toward the front, and I kept getting in front of the 88 man. He kept pushing me. Got to thank him for the whole deal there, even when I took the lead there at the end. But man, I thought I had it. I didn't see the 19 coming on the outside to the last minute, and I didn't want to pull up and put the block and wreck him. So I just kind of hang tight right there where I was at and brought it home second.
I was watching the move there at the end, and at a point when you get into the trial, that car is going to try to naturally move up anyway, And so when Tyler had that run, he saw that opportunity to take it all the way to the outside. It gets kind of sketchy in the middle of that race line. What's it like in the trial? I know everybody hears NASCAR talk about it, right? But in iRacing, it's supposed to simulate the same physics. What does it feel like when you're in the trial and you're in all that air?
It's a little bit shaky. I mean, it's a little bit of wobble on the nose there, and right before you get to the start finish line on the bottom line, there's a big hump, and it was really affecting me a lot. And I don't know what it looked like on the broadcast, man. It felt like I was all over the track when I hit that bump, but it was definitely a little different in that trial. But like I said, when I kind of drifted up, right as I drifted up, I saw the 19 coming on the outside, and I kind of eased up a little bit more, and I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do this.
Yeah. Oh no, that ended bad for you, and you don't want to see that happen. That's for darn sure. No, it was a great race. Yeah, this series has been really shining each Friday night, and we would like to see what you folks have been able to do, and to see you get out here and start fourth. You get to go back and forth through the field. It kind of makes it thrilling because everybody's looking out their window, going, "Hey, all right, where's my next move gonna be?" And with the pace having to slow down the way it was, you guys were able to go full bore with that caution coming out. That's the kind of racing you like to see. It gets kind of dicey. It gets kind of sketchy. It gets kind of, aggressive. And tonight, aggressive didn't go around, man.
Yeah, I don't know what we was gonna go green all the way. I don't know what happened there with the 28 and the 91 there. I don't know if he hit a bump come up. I don't know what happened, but we was gonna go green there. We was gonna be in pretty good shape, I think.
Oh, he was getting shoved. The 28 was getting shoved. He got shoved just in a spot to free up the back end of the car, and it freed it up enough to really, when you get shoved so hard, it steers for you. That's pretty much what happened to the 28. So, and he got up into the 91, and they were put together by iRacing at that point. There was no pulling them apart to counter steer back up the race line. They hit the inside wall hard enough with enough momentum that it sent the 91 back up the racetrack. It was an incredible wreck, and I'm glad this is a simulator. That's for darn sure.
I hear that. Yeah, these things can get kind of crazy out there for sure.
Not only that, but if anybody hit that wall where Wesley did, it would in the real world, as hard as he hit it in the real world, boy, there's no safety protocol for that at all. That'd have been a Dale Senior moment in the real world. So thank goodness this is fake cars but real racing.
That's right.
So I like it. Shannon, give you shout outs, man. You got a P2 finish.
I got to give a shout out to BKP Art. Appreciate you putting on the broadcast, and all my teammates there on 7500, especially Tyler Dalton, man. He helps me out a lot. And again, appreciate that 88 pushing me around there. Tried to get the win there. Just didn't quite do it, but we appreciate everything, man.
P2 by 1/1000th of a second to Chad Coleman. So you did something right. You beat the champion.
Well, you don't beat him too much, that's for sure.
That's right. Well, wait, Chad's Chad. We like Chad. Shannon, much love, man. I appreciate you.
All right, have a good night. Appreciate it.
O2 comes home, P2, and does a pretty phenomenal time of making it happen. And I don't know what else to say. We're waiting on the champion. Dad, get up here. Sir. Please. Thank you. If you guys want to watch the clip of what Budgie posted, actually, hold on, let me listen to it real quick. Since day is over. Oh, yeah. Hit the wall hard. That was almost perfect. Nice job, Budgie. Oh, man. Ouch. 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 Good job, Budgie. It was a heck of a time to get that clip. If you folks, if you want to see that clip on YouTube, let me go back to it. We'll grab that clip real quick. Here it is. Oh, Budgie did a good job there. Thank you, Budgie. You're awesome. Where's Chad? Chad's your champion. He's down there talking with everybody. Pretty sure he's your champion. Let me double check. Should be. Great. We're good. Yep. Chad Coleman. Third place goes to Brian Worthman. Wesley Donaldson finishes second. David Comstock fourth. Tyler Dalton finishes fifth overall in the standings. Chad Coleman, your champion. He is your series champion. Nice job. Do it this way. Champion, we are the champion. No time for losers. Ian Wesley had a good battle. Wesley, I can understand his frustration tonight. But what a race it was. Thank you to all of our partners, sponsors, and all the affiliates that are out there. I don't know if Chad had to step away or what was going on there, but we hope he's good to go. Hold on, let me just unfortunate progress, you know. Well, that's Chad. Is he good? Should I bring him up? I don't like moving people because I always catch people. I've caught people in the in the wrong part of it. You message him. Yeah, series is the series come to an end for right now. There he is. I was waiting. I don't like pulling people. Sir.
Man, I completely forgot. I was like, oh,
Yep.
I forgot.
I'm sitting here. I've got Midnight Thunder Champion on the screen, and I'm like, I was getting ready to message you, and I was like, let me just say thank you to everybody real quick and start typing. But congratulations, first and foremost. I know that you and Wesley were going to have a duking it out moment, and then all of a sudden there was no duking it out, and all you had to do was just play it safe.
Yeah, there was a stack up on the back straightaway when the 88 decided to clear himself across Tyler's bumper, and I lifted for that, and it kind of pulled me and the back half of the field apart, and we were screwed right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at the time. I was counting points. I was like, well, if I'm 12th, I mean Wesley can't finish inside the top 5. I was like, this ain't good. And I looked, and he was leading, and I was like, yeah, this really ain't good. And then we're going down the back straightaway, and Doy said probably 2 or 3 expletives, and he's like, all right, Wesley. I was like, no. But yeah, Wesley was dead. And then right there at the end, me and Tyler hooked up and went to the front.
I saw that. No, Wesley had the most laps led. He had led laps. I got the pre-race before I came in. I was like, all right, Chad needs to finish 8th or better if Wesley doesn't win the race and leads the most laps, because I figured Wesley was going to try to put himself out front for as much as he could. And you just had to protect and just save your car. And then next thing you know, Wesley gets the helicopter award and his chest hair flew off.
Yeah, and that's what I told him before the race started. I was like, look, I said, the only thing I got to do is follow you around.
Yep.
So once he got done leading the race, because, you know, it was a fuel mileage race, he figured, you know, he's going to have to save a little bit of fuel. I pulled out and ran all the way till I got to his rear bumper. And I hit him a couple of times and I was like, hey, remember me? And then that's kind of the way we rode until we got separated right there. And then shortly after that, he crashed. I thought, he should have just stayed right there with me. Shouldn't have tried to be greedy.
You know, he was going for it.
I don't blame him.
I don't.
It wasn't his fault. Like Doy's took blame for it. He feels bad about it. It's just, it's stuff that happened.
So I was watching the push, and you know how sometimes, and I said this to Shannon, sometimes you can get pushed so hard it steers your car for you.
Yeah, you can get wheelbarreled,
and that's what happened to Doy. You know, the 13 was flat up his keister, so hard that it pushed him up the racetrack instead of, you know, pushing down the racetrack like it should have. And once they connected, iRacing says, well, you guys are one cart now, and sent the bus to the wall.
Yeah. And that sucks too. When Wesley told me last week, he was like, you had a drop. He's like, you'll be fine, because I wasn't able to be here last week. We had a race.
Mm-hmm.
It was our last race of the year. And Wesley said, you still got an 11-point lead. I was like, well, I said, at least that'll be fun. I was like, we'll go and we can race each other for this thing, and it'll be a lot of fun. And then that's what we were doing right there. And then, you know, it sucks that happened and he ended up getting wrecked. But I think Doy feels as bad about it as, you know, as anybody would, you know, being in that situation. You never want to wreck a guy that's racing for a championship. And at Talladega, that's a lot harder. That's a lot easier said than done.
Doy shouldn't be mad at himself. Doy was running a good race. Racing things happen, and that was what tonight was. It was a racing thing. It wasn't egregious. It wasn't an over-aggressive move. It was just he was full. He was full throttle. I got lifted out of the. He got sent up the track. I mean, and a 13 was just doing his job. He was just pushing him. It's just those things happen. It just kind of, it sucks for Wesley. I would love to have had the call, but the call at the end was still amazing. I mean, we've had several 3-wide finishes for the top 3 spots, sometimes the top 5 spots, and it's been a good series. It's been, I know that everybody talks about car counts and kind of what's going on here. The racing with 16 cars is just as good as the racing with 30 cars, you know. And that's
it has been. It's been a lot of fun.
And it matters. And you know, and I think I will never say that I've always said that 10 or more cars is kind of where you want to be at, right? I wouldn't want to run 40 laps around Talladega with 8 or less cars or 10 or less cars, because it's not fun for the drivers. I could make a broadcast as entertaining as, you know, origami if you wanted to, or as like we could do whatever you want. But when it comes to the drivers having fun, that's what matters. And it seems like, especially last 5 or 6 weeks, you just seeing everybody light up about being able to get out there and have some fun.
Yeah, and that's what this series is for. It's what this series has always been for. And there's talks about maybe when to bring it back, and a lot of it's got to do around, you know, bringing it back when, you know, some of the high school football stuff is winding down, and, you know, some of that stuff. Because, I mean, if you go to a high school football game, by the time you get home from it, it's right, you know, close to time to qualify. So there's just a lot of stuff going against it. You know, all the weekly short track stuff will be over with, you know, in about a month or so.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I mean, there's talks about when to bring it back and what kind of format to do with it. And I think if it's done right, and if we race this series sparingly throughout the year, I think the car counts will stay pretty good. And this is one of the longest running series from Sim 500. Like this series has been around longer than any other series, because really this was all Sim 500 was known for back in the 2K3 days. Was Midnight Thunder. We'd all get home drunk, get on here and race.
That's the best part about it, because now we're all older, and now that we're all older,
Yep.
we can just use it as an excuse to not go to bed and still have.
Oh, Wesley, turn it into 9 p.m. Thunder.
There you go. Oh, don't do that. I already have another league. I wouldn't be able to call it. No, man, this is good. Congratulations on a championship. I know that it's something to be a champion in anything. On iRacing and things in the real world. I mean, this is I've now continued to use the term fake cars but real racing. Everybody gets excited for wins. They get thrilled for those kinds of things, and and to be able to watch you guys get out here and accomplish the growth and the learning. I mean, you constantly have to adapt with iRacing because it's such a niche platform that and it's very specific when it comes to a skill set. It's tough to be a 5,000 I-rated driver in anything that is related with iRacing, because the racing just gets harder.
Yeah, and the fun thing about this series is you get to come out, race, and have fun with friends you've never met.
Exactly. That's what it's about. That's what it's supposed to be about. We're supposed to be all about the content. No, we're not about the content. We're about the racing. Chad, you're a champion in the Sim 500 series once again. Midnight Thunder champion. Give your shout-outs, my friend.
Yeah, first and foremost, gotta thank you for coming and broadcasting these races on Friday nights. We've had a lot of fun, and shout out to the admins. And wish Wesley wouldn't have got wrecked right there. I mean, I don't know if situation would have happened enough for us to race right there at the end, but I mean, it sucks that he wrecked, but I'm still glad I won. And we'll go on and race some other stuff. And yeah, we'll just have some fun, and we'll do this again whenever the time is right.
And when it comes back, we'll make sure to let everybody know. Or you can go to sim500.com and be a part of it. We still got Wednesdays. Yep. And Wednesdays are massive. Jeez, old Pete, seeing the racing.
Wednesdays is hugely competitive.
And I'm telling you what, the trucks just seem to be it right now for a lot of leagues. Top Shop 40 truck fields, you guys 40 truck fields. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to watch you guys get out there. A lot of talent through and through, and it's always a blast to be able to watch it. All right, I've extended the race long enough. We're at the hour and a half mark. Chad, you're amazing. Thank you, sir, for very much.
Thanks, man.
It's always going to be good. I'm going to wait for driver interviews always, unless somebody says, "I'm gone, man. I'm tired. Bye, Felicia," that kind of thing. But nonetheless, man, Chad, congratulations once again.
Yep, thanks, guys.
It's Chad Coleman coming home in the old P number 3, but you're champion. I'll throw you back down with those guys. And knocking it out of the park, man. What a good night it was. Thank you very much to everybody. Thank you to Sim 500. Thank you to all the partner sponsors and affiliates that help the Sim 500 grow. Thank you to all of our sponsors and affiliates as well. Thank you to Wesley for running the driver cam tonight, my lone driver cam. It was funny. I laughed. He had chest hair. It was funny. I mean, you got to go with it, right? If that is his Halloween costume, then, boy, he nailed it. Thank you to everybody. Thank you very much. Much love to you, Budgie. Totals, we'll have our totals out for tomorrow. But, Budgie, just so that you know, we raised over $1,000 tonight for Jess through all of what was going on. Not counting YouTube, and it'll be closer to the total before I pay any fees or any tax or anything like that, because I do have to take that. It was just over $1,200 plus the $131 that we made on YouTube, so $1,330, $1,340, $1,350, somewhere around there. We'll pay 20% taxes. I do have to pay out $180 to Russell Olivero, who won the the raffle. So, it'll be, by the time it's all said and done, to be just under $1,000 that we helped Jess make, which is cool. So thank you. And a lot of the people affiliated with this league helped out with that as well, in all of our leagues and all of our friends. And we have the best community ever. And it makes me happy to be to continue to be a part of some of the best to be a part of the lives of some of the best people out there. If you had asked me last week if I felt the same way, I would have said no. But I will tell you that I truly do enjoy what I do, and this content creation stuff is fun for me. So be good, be safe, be kind of one another. Thank you to Sim 500 for having me on board on Friday nights. When they come back, we'll make sure that we at least keep up with the announcements. Whether or not I come and stream it or not, or whether or not they have me back to stream it, doesn't matter. I still like to keep up. And I still like to make sure that these folks show up and we help people continue to grow, regardless if we broadcast for them or not. And all the good things. Budgie, much love to you, my dear. Thank you very much for all your support and all your help. Thank you to all the family and friends that have been able to stick with us. We'll continue to try to do the best we can with Jess, and we'll keep everybody informed. Be good, be safe, be kind. We'll see you in the next one.